Hey, it's Selene here with Smoky Mountain, literally on the floor of the store because Stephen West's 2023 Mystery Make-Along shawl is getting ready to be released. He has a delightful, helpful PDF on his website that takes us kind of through it. So 14th WestKnit's Mystery Shawl Knit Along. We're going to have so much fun, an out of this world shawl design. This year's shawl will be a geometric explosion of color using a gradient of 4 colors. Join me as I guide you through the mesmerizing stitches of this year's mystery shawl with video tutorials through October. Get ready to blast off as we cast on Thursday, October 5th. So then he goes in to clarify some yardage information, and he goes on to explain that it is important for us to have a bit of contrast amongst our colors in order to see the details and crisp lines in the fabric. So 4 skeins of fingering weight yarn is what we're looking at. And Geo Gradient is the theme. So I spent some time with my fingering wall today and have come up with some recommended color choices. So here we go. First up, because it's literally closest to me right now, I literally have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 that I came up with. And as always, I fully support the something old, something new option where you bring in some stuff from your stash and we coordinate it with options we have in the store to create a very personalized blend for you. So first up, we have this. Oh, the tag kind of ruined it. There we go. So on the lighter end, we start with this really fun multicolor variegated from Madeline Tosh. Then pulling from the pink in here, we move into Valentina from Malabrigo. Then pulling from the pink in this one and the darker shades of pink and the black speckles, going on to Gloria, into pulling from one of the darker reddish pinks in here into this Madrona Huckleberry Wine. So there's your gradient. Simply lovely. Then next up, we have this one, which honestly might be my option. Here we go. So these are all Madeline Tosh's. We start with antique lace. We move into a variegated fun speckle option called Frontier Stars. Then we move into continuing to pull the darker cherry reddish colors. We go into Wilted, and then we end with Phantasma. So next option we have is this. So this one has a little bit more of a quicker shift, and most of these are Madeline Tosh. So we start with a Madeline Tosh Frontier Stars, which has some greens and a little bit of pinks and some oranges. Pulling the pinks, we go into Euro Sock in this copper pink solid. If I shift this way in front of the window, it helps our lighting a little bit. Into an oak from Madeline Tosh, which has an array of different colors, but again, we're pulling the pink to carry us forward. And then ending with this really deep, lovely blue color from Malabrigo called Côte d'Azur. Trying to see from I'm hoping that that's relaying itself nicely for you. I really like that combo too, honestly. Next up, another fun Madeline Tosh option. So we start with a one-of-a-kind skein that has some speckles, some blues and browns, a little itty bitty bit of yellow. Using the base color out of this, we're going to carry into antique lace. From this, we go a little bit darker with manatee. And then again, we have the darker green speckles, a little bit of yellow, but it's darker again. And then we finish off pulling those green speckles with snake to create this. So, oh, here, I should rotate this way. Helps a little bit complete the color story there. That one's more of a subtle fade option with like a really big pop at the end. Next up, this one is my boldest option by far. We start with Malabrigo's Umbrella Sky. Pulling the orange, we add a skein that I dyed that fits perfectly. Moving on to Running on Yarns, Can't Stop the Feeling, Trolls themed, with its oranges and pinks. Finishing off with Wicked Tints, High Twist Berry. So this would be a very like local artist theme going on here with 3 locally dyed yarns. So there's that option. This one is a little more interesting. It takes a little bit more planning ahead, but I think it'll work out super good. So these tags are a little bit gonna be the end of me. So we start with Wonderland's Blossom Bronze Amaranthith. It's a flower. So you'd start working on the outside, going to the middle, because then it pulls in this really lovely, deep mauve-y color. Mauve-y's not even the right word. Grayish purple color, which then takes you into Cosmic Cuddles from Zen Yarn Garden, which is really a lovely yarn base to work with. Then it carries you into the Côte d'Azur from Malabrigo, and we end with a different one-of-a-kind skein from Madeline Tosh. This one's kind of hard to hold. Boom. So this one's a little bit more creative, but I think it still works as a fade. And this one probably would be super interesting to knit because each of the colorways are so unique. So, hey Noah, can you come slide this yarn towards me pretty please? What? Can you slide this yarn towards me pretty please? I've like scooted away from my piles here. Yeah, but keep them in sets of 4. Don't mess them up. All right. Just set it next to me, there you go. Here is our next set. In this one, we start with a Madeline Tosh Frontier Skies, that same orange and green speckles there. Following the gray kind of sections that are in here, we take it into Great Gray Owl. Continuing along the gray theme, we go into Weathered from Running on Yarn. And then pulling the greens and bronzes from here, we finish off with another one-of-a-kind skein from Madeline Tosh. I'm finding that is one of my favorite things about these no-longs is that it, especially when it's like a fade or some color work or something that you can combine together, it's a fantastic way to combine some of our one-of-a-kind skeins, or like that skein of yarn that you picked up when you were on vacation somewhere visiting. It's a fabulous way to use those up. Okay, here's another kind of adventure of a combo. So we start with Malabrigo's Rosalinda, and then pulling from some of the deeper purpley undertones in this skein, we pair it with Huckleberry Wine from Madrona. Then in this Wonderland Blossom, we're going to start from the inside, because that's where the purple is, and work out to the green, which then gives us the opportunity to finish with Snake from Malabrigo. So that is quite the color story, but cool. I like it. I think it's fun. Next up, we have, oh, he mixed these up. Okay. This is more of for your neutral fans out there. So we start with Wild Mushroom from Madrona. Super soft. It's the yarn that we were calling desk yarn for a really long time. I have a couple projects in the works with this currently. It works up so lovely. So super lovely option. Alongside next to it, we bring in a Madeline Tosh one of a kind with, actually this is called Modern Fair Isle, with the orange speckles, orange and black speckles. We take that same theme and go into a different shade from Mountain Meadow Wool called Fawn. And we finish up with Zen Yarn Gardens Clay Sands, which is super fun, orange, black, neutral toned skein of yarn. Super squishy. I have a sample of this. Currently it's knit up in the window. Works up so beautifully. So there's that one. Then we have kind of a pink explosion. Here's your Barbie option, you could call it. We start with Valentina from Malabrigo, which has a purpley hue to it. Then we go into Gloria. We can see the purple speckles in there with the pink and the black. If we're taking on the pink, we go into Madrona's, what is this color? Mountain Laurel. And then we finish off with Zinnias from Malabrigo. Got two more sets here. Hopefully I haven't lost your interest yet. And we start with a Madeline Tosh and end with a Malabrigo combo here. So we start with Madeline Tosh's Wilted. Picking up the deep purple colors here, we go into Phantasma. From there, we jump over to Zinnias, using the purples and the zinnias and the transition of colors to take us on into the Côte d'Azur for our last color. If you are watching this video, and you really love one of these colorways and you would like to claim it, please be specific about which one it is, like, or the time mark in the video of when you saw it, so that way I can help you decipher. Or if you really liked a specific skein of yarn that you think might pair with something that you have at home. Some of these I have a few of, and some of these I only have like one or two of. So keep that in mind. Last but not least, this also might be the one that I go for. I haven't quite decided yet. So in this option, we start with Wicked Tints' Light and Love colorway, which is our store colorway. Following the pinks, we go into Madeline Tosh's Copper Pink. From here, we jump over to the Wilted, and we finish with the Phantasma. So then we end up like this. if you really wanted to try the Madrona, you could easily sub out the Mountain Laurel in this combo, or the Huckleberry Wine. I really feel like either option works. So, not sure that the lighting was the best over here on the floor. I felt like I did a lot of shifting to kind of help facilitate it, but I do think that all of these are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful options for this knit along with Stephen West. I completed my first mystery knit along with Stephen for his Color Blast socks, and it was super fun. His videos were super helpful, and I think that if you didn't opt into participating for our winter make along, which you can still join if you want, there's still time. But if you didn't, but you still want the camaraderie and community of doing a make along, just cardigans weren't your thing and you want to do a shawl instead, this would be a super fun opportunity to participate in something a little different. So I hope that helps you make a decision about joining Stephen's Mystery Make Along, and I cannot wait to help you find the perfect color combo for your project. Light, love, and yarn headed your direction all day, every day.